genetically modified because Americans should know what they're buying. We'll let folks know whether their food has been genetically modified because Americans should know what they're buying.
We agree. Now is the time to label genetically modified foods because Americans have a right to know what they're buying.
Now, I played that because we're outside the White House, and you might have seen that the whitehouse.gov has a petition site that you can create petitions. Now, on the second day that website went online, there was a petition created for labeling of genetically engineered foods. Back then, the threshold was 5,000 signatures. At 5,000 signatures, you get a response. And within 1 month, that petition reached the threshold, and there's been no response. Fast forward, 6 months later, April of 2012, there was another GMO labeling petition put on the White House petition site. That one currently had a threshold of 25,000 signatures. And that has still not been answered. It's at over 70,000 signatures.
Yeah. Because they're liars!
Because they are liars. Obama has had multiple opportunities to label genetically engineered foods, but he hasn't. He chooses not to. What actually we might not know about is yesterday the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which America has inserted itself into, and it excluded China, in fact, because America wants to use its international negotiations to be able to push genetically engineered seeds and subsidies onto other countries. And they don't necessarily want them. They just want money. It's about selling Monsanto. See, I'm actually from St. Louis, Missouri originally. I'm from the home of Monsanto. Me growing up there, I moved to D.C. in 1999. And at that time, genetically engineered seeds had only been on the market for three years. The foods that we eat, the genetically corn and soybean, has only been deregulated since 1996. We're still in the first generation of genetically engineered food in our food supply.
Stop it now!
When I was there, it was about, I saw commercials about Roundup Ready, and I was like, what's that? I didn't understand what it was. I didn't know what glyphosate was. And in due time, I found out that, wow, I came from the home of Monsanto. In fact, Monsanto, do you guys know what Monsanto's actually named for? It's John Queenie's wife's middle name. Her name was Olga Monsanto Queenie. Now, my high school graduation in St. Louis was at a place called Queenie Park. I did not know it was related to Monsanto. Sort of like a little stab in the heart to know that, like, where you came from is so chemically contaminated and related. Because most people don't know that Monsanto came online because during the First World War, the shipments of sugar to the UK had been stopped. So Monsanto's first big product was saccharin, a synthetic sugar. And you can look on, the Library of Congress has a great website called chroniclingamerica.loc.gov. It has all the newspapers from the 1860s to 1920. They're in the public domain. Free clip art, all you want. But you can also look for our own articles, and you'll read that Monsanto's first big news hit was that it was shipping its saccharin to England. And over time, you have to understand that you got Monsanto giving us saccharin. They have us giving DDT. And DDT was supposed to be safe for me, but it wasn't. And so, that's why we're out here today, because we don't want history to repeat. We know what happened in history. And we're here because we're on the right side of the future. We're here because we want change in our food. We want simple labels that are given to people in 60 other countries. Why is America behind the rest of the world? You have to understand why. And it's money. It's money. Monsanto stock is sitting at $104 right now, and there's people getting wealthy off of it. And we have to tell those people you shouldn't be buying that stock at all. In fact, we went to Monsanto's shareholder meeting for the last 2 years. We're going to be going back in 2014, in January, back to St. Louis to talk to Monsanto's CEO, Hugh Grant. Now, actually, speaking of Hugh Grant, we need to actually have a campaign to get the actor Hugh Grant from the UK to say, hey, Americans should have their genetically engineered foods labeled like they are labeled in the UK. And be like, hey, that's right, Hugh Grant says it, and he's the CEO of Monsanto, right? All right, so we're getting ready to go. This is an open mic against Monsanto, so we have another speaker.
Okay, so in There are basically 36 countries that are rallying today against Monsanto. Okay, apparently the number has been increased to 55. There are about 400 demonstrations happening nationally. Maybe that number has increased as well. And just want to say thank you to all the organizers. We're going to march very soon. We're marching over to Monsanto headquarters. Should be a lovely stroll. And we have just another moment for the open mic to happen here before we march. It'll happen in a few minutes.
Thank you everybody for being here. This is beautiful having seen kids a long time in the march. So yeah, you guys rock. So we are here to introduce ourselves formally. We are the Anarchist Alliance DC Network. Yeah, and we have our doors open just like anybody else in DC. And we want to welcome all the fathers and mothers and kids to talk about Monsanto and see how much this GMOs damage not just our communities, but internally our bodies, our minds, our hearts. So, yes, so we want you to please, when you go home today and you remember all the beautiful communities that you have seen today. Okay, you remember all the different organizations and all the organizers, because there is several organizers here that have put their work, their heart on this, and we are so grateful from the anarchist community to see you all here protesting. Yes, so thank you so much for being here. We say no to the GMOs and we say no to Monsanto, and as anarchist community here, the Anarchist Alliance DC, we say thank you to you and to all the families in this moment here raising their voices against Monsanto! We will pass flyers and you can find us on the info in this flyer. Thank you.
So lots of people out here have been saying, grow your own food. And I'm sure there are lots of people in this crowd who are saying, I don't know how to grow my own food. Look, I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to give you the seeds. Just come to me. These are non-GMO organic seeds from Central Virginia. Come start growing your own food.
Hey guys, I'd just like to say that this is all very great, but I think that real change happens with each and every one of us with consumer choices. Like, it's not really good enough to just gather. We have to start doing the research ourselves, absolutely refusing to eat anything that we don't know where it comes from. This is a really tough choice to make, because when you're oftentimes in situations of social, when you're trying to go to a restaurant, you can't back down in those situations. That's where you really make a stand, and that's when your voice is really heard from your friends, from the waiters that serve you. If enough people do this, our consumer choices will make a difference, more so than any law that gets passed. We control the markets by what we choose to buy. That's right. That's all I'd like to say.
All right, it's about time for us to get rolling. I don't exactly know the exact route of the march, but I know where the ultimate destination is. I'm looking at, we're going to go down Pennsylvania Avenue. We're going to watch it out that way. Okay, so we're going to go down Pennsylvania Avenue to the west. Then we're going to go north on 17th to K Street. Then we're going to go east on K Street over to Franklin Square. And Monsanto's DC office is located, I believe, 1350 I Street, which is just south of Franklin Square. So we're going to need a couple volunteers to hold the banners. We have 2 large banners. We'd love to have those either be in the front or the middle, or to be abreast in front. And then I'm going to also need some folks to help me push this cart along. And let's get, we got one more.
Yeah, I'll be quick. My name is Sudhir Shukla. I'm with Climate Change Elementary. Yeah, so there's a work location in the UK, a Monsanto location, where the cafeteria doesn't serve any GM food. And the reason they do it is because they say that they want to give their employees choice, but they don't want to give choice to the rest of us. And so, you know, they're not eating what they're cooking. I just want to say that.
Let's get ready to march against Monsanto!
Kick out GMOs, we're gonna kick out GMOs. Stop Monsanto, kick out GMOs, we're gonna kick out GMOs. Stop Monsanto, kick out GMOs, we're gonna kick out GMOs. Stop Monsanto, kick out GMOs, we're gonna kick out GMOs. Stop Monsanto! Stop Monsanto, stop the greed. Give the people what we need. Stop Monsanto, stop the greed. Give the people what we need. Stop Monsanto, stop the greed. Give the people what we need. Stop Monsanto, stop the greed. Give the people what we need. Let's keep on going. Give the people what we need. Bullshit, get on it. Our workers have their profit. Bullshit,
You switch it so we going backwards. So we going I don't think you can talk about It's only been like 30 minutes? Because we're going to go for a walk. What time is it up? No, I thought about it like afterwards. Last night. No, because I was looking on the website and they didn't have any feeds from DC. That's why I'm doing it.
I mean, that's okay.
Where's your feed?
Shit.
Okay, maybe that's What? Man, this one game is spread it out, man. What up, Tyler? thought you were saying action. Police car too bad. Gotta get somebody with it. This is 15 to Wait. How they ain't got a purpose with the police blocking off the street anyway? I say, how they ain't got a purpose with the police block off the street anyway? You about to get under this whole transportation. GMO has got to go. Hey, hey. Come on. GMO has got to go. Hey, hey. Come on. GMO has got to go. GMO has got to go. Yeah, they better stop that truck. Lost. Like, what, my third? I know, right? Becoming the veteran.